Hello everyone. Let us start our next part of active and passive voice. In the all the previous videos we had talked about like simple sentences, present, past and future. In this video we are going to talk about interrogative sentences. First of all, we'll talk about present. How do we change the interrogative sentence which is in simple present tense, simple present interrogative form, positive as well as negative. Positive means without not and negative means with not. In this video, we are going to see how do we change the sentences from active to passive voice when they are in the interrogative form of simple present tense, present continuous and present perfect. So let's start. First rule of interrogative when sentences when we change them from active to passive voice is that the interrogative form of the question remains as it is in the passive voice also. In direct and indirect speech, the interrogative form changes to positive form, but in case of affirmative form, or you can say positive form. But in case of active and passive voice, the interrogative form remains as it is. There is no change in the interrogative form. So let's begin. Here, simple present tense. We know that if it is in the interrogative form, it will begin with does or do. Does is used with single subject and do is used with plural subject, and I is exceptional as I've already told you. So, and also there is one more like you can keep in your mind is that who does. These questions give you the answer in yes or no. Does he play cricket? Yes, he plays cricket. The question which gives you the answer in yes or no, all those type of questions, how we change them into from active to passive voice, that we are going to see. Or you can also call them yes or no questions, or you can call them as simple interrogative sentences, simple present sentences. Let's start. Does he play cricket? Now I know that the interrogative form has to be there. I cannot remove interrogative form of the sentence in the passive voice. Does he play cricket? We know that in simple present tense without interrogative form, which form of be is used? Is rm. Is rm is used. So in place of does, I am going, as does implies or tells me that our subject is single. So corresponding be form for single subject is. So I will begin my sentence with is. Does he play cricket? Now what is like my object here? Cricket. He plays what? Cricket. So I'll start is. Cricket is single name, so that is why is it? It's it. Is cricket played? Same rule. V3 form of verb in passive voice, whether it is interrogative, simple or whatever it is, you are going to use V3 form of verb in passive voice. Is cricket played by him? Same interrogative form. I have not removed. Very easy. Now let's move to our plural subject. Do they write stories? They write what? Stories. So definitely my object is stories, and now that will be a subject. But before the subject, as it is interrogative form, I have to use my helping verb, and in this case as the stories it is plural, so corresponding be form of verb for plural is are. So I'll start my sentence with are. Are stories written V3 form of verb by them. Are stories written by them? These are affirmative, interrogative, simple present tense sentences. And next sentence is negative interrogative. Doesn't he bake a cake? Doesn't. Children, look here. Doesn't is the contracted form, and doesn't he, does he not. It's same, meaning is same. This is contracted form and this is the expanded form. If my question is like this, I will write the answer like this. If the question is in this form, I will answer in this form only. So in this video, I teach you both ways how to write, in expanded form as well as in contracted form. Doesn't he bake a cake? This is contracted, short form. I have contracted it. So, doesn't he bake a cake? A cake, definitely singular. Isn't, is. I have to start my sentence with is, because corresponding be form for single subject is. So, doesn't, isn't. Isn't a cake. Isn't a cake. Now again, do not use is, because once you have used it. Isn't a cake baked by him? See, this is how we change the negative sentences in passive voice in interrogative form, that is negative interrogative form. Don't we clean our room? Don't. We clean what? Our room. Our room. Room is again single. So don't, again contracted form. Don't they, or do they not. This is contracted, this is expanded. Again my question is in contracted form. Don't we clean our room? Room is single, so I am going to use isn't. Isn't our room cleaned? Cleaned. Isn't our room cleaned by us? So you see, this is how we change interrogative sentences, simple present tense, affirmative as well as negative sentences, or sentences with negation. Negation means negative. How we change them from active to passive voice. Now let us switch over to our continuous sentences. Is he flying kites? Kites is. Very easy to do this continuous form. Same way we are going to use being, everything will be same, only the difference is that helping verb will be in the beginning. Like, let's start. Is he flying kite? He is flying what? Kites. So kites is my subject here now. Now subject is plural. So corresponding are. I have to use, kite is plural, so I have to use are. Are kites. Now ing form. So what will I use? Being. Are kites being? Fly, flew, flown. Are kites being flown by him? Are kites being flown by him? Because ing, so ing form. No change in the rest of the part, only we have to bring our helping verb in front of the subject. Am I writing a story? I am writing what? A story. So here my subject will be a story. Story is singular, so I have to use with is. Is a story. Why I am not starting it with am? Because with story I cannot use am. I have to use am with only with I. So that is why I am not starting, because here in this sentence subject was I, but when we are changing it from active to passive, subject has become a story. So am cannot be used with a story. Is the story being, because of this, being written by me? Children, to put the interrogative, sign of interrogative is must, interrogation. If you will not put, the whole sentence will be wrong. So if grammar there is no half marks, you have to keep this thing in your mind, that your whole sentence should be correct. If there will be any mistake in any part of the sentence, the whole sentence will go wrong. Now with negative sentences. Aren't they reciting poems? They are reciting what? Poems. So it will be my subject now. Poems plural, so I have to use are. Aren't. Because it is negative, so I will use aren't. Aren't poems being recited, recited. Aren't poems being recited by them? This is how we change continuous sentence, negative, positive as well as negative sentences from active to passive. Now let us switch over to our perfect. Have they done their work? Has, have. Again same rule, no change. Has, have according to the subject only. They have done what? Their work. Their work is considered single, so I have to use has, not have. Has their work. In this case we had used been. There was no is. In this case we had used is, are and been. In this sentence with perfect, children, what do we use? Been. So we have to use been again here. Has their work been done by them? Question mark. Next. Now negative. Now I have taken expanded form, not the contracted form. Has he not bought a new pencil? He has not bought what? A new pencil. So a new pencil is my subject now. New pencil is single, so I have to use has. Has. Here this is subject. Then it is followed by not. Same thing we are going to use for passive voice if it is in expanded form. In contracted form we had used not before the subject. But in expanded form we will use first subject and then negative part. Has a new pencil not been. Don't forget this been because it is perfect. Has a new pencil not been bought by him? This is. Next, last, have we prepared our room? Now I am going to use have. But we have prepared what? Our room. Our room, single room. So we are going to use has. Has our room been prepared by us? Has our room been prepared by us? Children, I think this is clear to you. Then I will switch over to our past tense, interrogative form, past tense. Children, let's continue our interrogative sentences of past and future. Simple past, past continuous, and then perfect. Of future also and the past also. So let's do. Did he do his work? Again, do, did, does. All these are the questions which we can give the answer of these questions in yes or no. So, if it is in simple past tense, does he do his work? Answer can be yes or no. If the answer of a question is yes or no, it can be given in yes or no, then the helping verb, or like we had done in case of simple past or simple present tense interrogative form. Then we need to start our sentence with corresponding be form of verb. In case of simple present tense, be form with which we had started our sentence was is, are and am. Same way for simple past tense, our be form with which we are going to begin our sentence is was or were, depending on the subject. Does he do his work? Again his work single. Was his work done by him? Was his work done by him? Like this. Did I eat mangoes? I did not eat what? Mangoes. So mangoes my subject. But here the mangoes are plural. So I cannot use was. So what do I need to use? Be form, was or were, I told you. Were is for plural, so I have to begin my sentence with were. So negative also at the same time it is negative, and contracted form. So I will use weren't. Weren't mangoes eaten, V3 form of verb, by me. Weren't mangoes eaten by me. Next, now this is the expanded form. Did she not make pots? Pots, plural. So I have to use were. She did not make what? Pots. So again pots will be our subject here. But pots is plural. So were pots. Now I have already told you in the previous, when we were discussing about the present tense also, that if it is in the expanded form, negative in expanded form, subject will come first and then negative form. In case of contracted form, not will come before the subject, and in case of expanded form, not will go after the subject. Were pots not, V3, made by her? This is how we do our sentences. Now let us do our continuous tense. Were they playing a game of chess? Very easy. They were playing what? A game of chess. A game of chess is single. So, was. Because it is continuous past. In past continuous, two be forms of verbs are used. Those two be forms of verbs are was and were. Along with that we use being and V3. Was a game of chess. Was a game of chess being played by them? Children, very easy to do this interrogative form of sentences. You have to think of positive, like were they playing a game of chess? If it was not an interrogative sentence, this sentence would have been they were playing a game of chess. Then how do we change it? We change it. They were playing a game of chess. A game of chess was being played. Was being. But the difference is only was here we have to write it big. Was a game of chess being played by them. Was he not giving me a bouquet? Was he not giving me a bouquet? He was not giving what? A bouquet. To whom? To me. So, I have deliberately taken this sentence. If in a sentence there are two objects, as I told in my previous video, one is our main object, another is our secondary object. You can use any of these, you can start your sentence with any of these objects. You can take any of these objects as your subject. So, rule is same. Again I have to start with was or were only. But subject will be any one of these two objects. I will write in both the ways. Was he not giving me a bouquet? Was a bouquet not, because it is expanded form, so not will come after subject. Was a bouquet not being given? Was a bouquet not being given to me by him? Or how can I write this sentence with the other object as my subject? Was I not being given? Was I not being given a bouquet by him? Or you can change one more thing, you can change the place of this. Was I not being given by him a bouquet? A bouquet by him, let it be like this one. So this is how we write when there are two objects. How do we write our sentence in passive voice? Using any of these objects as a subject. So now let us switch over to our past perfect. Had they done their work? They had done what? Their work. Had, because in past perfect there is only had, no has, no have, only had whether subject is single or plural. Had their work been. In continuous we had used been, in perfect we use been. Had their work been done by them? Now let me give you one more sentence. Hadn't I eaten cakes? Hadn't I eaten cake? How do I change it? Negative also. I had not eaten what? Cake. So I have to start with cake. Same. Hadn't. Because contracted form not will be before our subject. Hadn't cake been eaten by me? Hadn't cake eaten by me? Or same sentence I will write in the expanded form, you will understand that also. Had I not eaten cake? Now expanded form, how will I change? See here. Had cake not will go after our subject. Had cake not been eaten by me? This is how we write. Change our past perfect from active to passive voice when they are in interrogative form. So let us switch over to our future tense also. Will they draw a picture? Will, shall, they will remain as it is, no change. You know, shall is used with ing, rest we use will. Will a picture here. If I like draw, what will be the change? In case of continuous, we had used been. In case of perfect, we have used been. And in case of future tenses, children, we use be. Be. Will a picture be drawn by them? Let us do our, will they not give me a storybook? Same, here again there are two objects. You can use any one of these two objects for your, as your subject. Will they not give me a storybook? Will a story book, not after your subject because expanded form. Will a story book not be given to me by them? Last sentence. Shall we not play chess? Now, I will not start with shall because here my subject is chess. So, chess, with chess I cannot use shall. So, I have to use will. Will chess not be played by us? This is, children, how we change our future, simple future tense, negative as well as positive in interrogative form from active to passive voice. Now there is no future continuous form in passive voice, already told you. So let's switch over to our future. Will they have done their work? Will. How would you come to know it's future perfect? This is for future and this is for perfect. So Same, I am going to change my sentence. They will have done their work. Their work will have been done. So their work is a subject. So but interrogative form, so I have to use it with will. Will their work will they have done their work? Will their work have been done by then? If it is not here, will they not have done their work? If the question was like this, will they not have? Will their work not? Then again you have added not here. Will they have not? Will their work not have been done by them if it is negative? Children, this is how we change different types of tenses, whether it is present tense, past tense or future tense, in interrogative form from active to passive voice. Interrogative means both positive as well as negative interrogative. That's all. Next time we'll do our imperative sentences. How do we change our imperative sentences from active to passive voice?